friends. Hello, we made it. Records being broken, almost records, almost. I think we're one episode away. We're one episode away from a channel record here when it comes to NHL franchises. That being a 3-episode series. But this one's gonna be it. These Ottawa Senators, these 36 overall fellas, are gonna be good. Before we jump into things, got some house cleaning to do. I asked you guys for the suggestions. As said, I appreciate them as always. And some of the top things you guys did say was, first of all, trade for, make sure you're trading for the players that teams want to give up and stuff, and make sure you're reading the trade rejection screen thing. And you're completely right, completely guilty. When we do the the 1-year rebuild stuff, we just kind of throw stuff that way to get it done, because it takes literally forever to try to make trades with teams. And when we're just rebuilding one-year teams, we don't really care if we have a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th the next year. We just kind of throw it out the door. So that is one thing. You guys completely right. We're going to try to improve on that. Make sure we're checking into the rejection screen stuff, checking in to players that teams do want to get rid of. And one of the other things I heard that I like suggest, or before we get into that, actually one thing I do want to bring up, and that is a little bit more important, because I want to make sure you guys can go ahead. Again, opinions wanted here. One of you guys did suggest in the comments was, the easy thing is, and it's obviously crossed the mind that you can do it at the end of the season. One of the easier things you can do is go into free agency and just sign a bunch of good players come free agency. Again, we brought up Tyler Seguin before. I think he's on a 1-year deal. He got signed eventually, right? I think so. Yeah, he's got 8 years now. But he would have been a guy that was a free agent. We could have signed Tyler Seguin, but that'd make it easy, right? With all the cap space, we could just sign 3 or 4 studs and a rebuild would be complete. So the suggestion was that we put some sort of cap on that, where we can't trade for, whether it be a guy of a certain age or a guy that is, a certain overall. What I was thinking, again, I could be wrong here, always open to other suggestions. We have until the end of the season to figure this one out. And that is, or we can just not even sign free agents this season period and then worry about it the season after, whichever happens here, depending how far we get in this episode. But the idea being here is, either we can say we can only sign guys that are, say, under the age of, 25, no limit when it comes to the overalls, or B, but the other route being, we look and say, well, 30 years old, we're trying to rebuild this team. Obviously, we want to go for younger players. We can't take anybody over the age of 30 unless they're, like an 81, 82, 80, filler guys on a team, some veterans on a team, just to make sure we're not rocking a bunch of 65 overall. Some guys that'll help these younger guys develop, kind of area there where we say anything over 30, we're talking 81, 82 range. And then anything under 30, we can have a cap of 85. So in this case, we couldn't take Jamie Benn, but we could sign Lindell if we wanted to, right? So that is, I think I like that way better. Put the cap on 85 overall, and under is the only thing we can sign in free agency. And then the 80, 81s, 82s for the 30 pluses. The one thing that does cross my mind is, do we put a year limit on something like that? I don't mind doing it, but I do think, for 5 years down the road, 6 years down the road, it would be nice to be able to, if at that point we're a playoff team, we can go out and say we've rebuilt this team. We could just add 1 piece or add 2 pieces that might be solid, good players. If there's, maybe we go that route, right? You can only sign 1 stud player if you want to go that direction, or we can, again, we don't have to do that. We don't even have to do that. I'm up for the challenge, whichever way it be presented here. I understand, it's got to be a complete rebuild. We want to go completely rebuilding this team. That is the goal here. So we don't want to have any, we want to go through the struggles. We don't want to say, let's just go out and sign Tyler Seguin, John Tavares, Victor Hedman, and Steven Stamkos, and we're going to be a winner next year. That should not be the way it is. We have to try to build this team through the draft, through the youth. So we'll see what we can do there. Again, opinions wanted. But for now, I do think, before we get too much farther, I like the idea that we look through some teams' trade blocks and try to not pick up some assets, but try to pick up some players that teams are just trying to get off for salary cap purposes. We have a 4th and a 5th on the block. Interesting. That is beyond interesting. Do we have anything we actually want to get rid of here? To Tkachuk, we want to keep Thompson. Thompson has to go, because he is on the team now, unfortunately, and we did bring it up. We can't have him on here. He's cheating, so we will put him there. I don't know what, we don't need to even leave him there. I don't know what Thompson would have went for before. He's a 65. I imagine not much if he was a 36 overall. We'll just get rid of him real quick. Thompson, you're going to go, and again, like we said, we'll just give him up for like a 3rd round, or not a 3rd round pick, but like a 7th round pick or something. I understand his trade value is higher than that, but it shouldn't be. End of the day, it should be like, nothing, because he's a 36 overall, but because he wasn't, he ended up at 65. So we'll just go ahead and say hello to Toronto, no. Carolina, it's your lucky day. Here's a 7th round pick for Thompson. Get him off the books here just so we can't worry about him being on the roster because he's not a 36 overall. So that should do there. Yeah, he was on the line. So I thought assistant GM best lines there. But let's go ahead and go through this trade block here and see if we can't find some players that teams want to get rid of for cap reasons. And they'll say, hey, if you take on his $7 million cap hit, we'll give you a 1st round draft pick. And that can't happen, I hope, because when it comes to the other way around, where we want them to take cap, it costs a lot. Why did we click on player search? Oh, we're on add items. That's why we're on the, I want to browse the trading block. Actually, that would probably be better there. A little bit more ideal, don't you think? Browse it. All right, let's see what we have here. I imagine New York's, the Islanders, the first one that comes up here. There might be other teams. Dozado, Irwin. Wow, what an interesting combination here. Salary. They are all pretty cheap. I don't know why they want to get rid of entry-level guys. Same story there in Arizona. Halak. Oh, hey, we could use a goalie. I do wonder about the goaltending. That is one that does concern me. He's 34. It'd be over the age limit, right? But I want to make sure we have a decent goalie. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. One thing we learned was that Colorado thing where we did all the young players. We threw Gruby in net and his overall just tanked. He tanked because he was playing with a bunch of bad players and he just let in a bunch of goals every game. Okposo could be an interesting. We're talking $6 million on Okposo, 81 overall, 31 years old. Hey, he even fits the bill. He fits the over 30, 80, 82 range as well. They want to get rid of him. Will they be willing to give up? What is his trade value? How does he have trade value, period? Would they be willing to wheel and deal a top pick to get rid of Okposo? We already stole their top pick. Maybe not. I forgot we did that. I can't imagine they'd be willing to give up another 1st. How crazy would that be? I think we're just blowing smoke at this point. But if we could do that and give up a Blue Jacket 2nd, that would be a depth move there. Take Okposo for a 2nd and a 1st. I don't want to get caught not getting enough. The trade meter is so much skewed our way. I can't imagine EA taking this. But just in case, we're going to throw in a 4th and a 5th just to make sure there isn't something happening here. Trade rejected. I question whether you looked at our trade block. Surplus Buffalo is totally unwilling to give up. Interesting. Unless you really make it worth our while. Your offer is filling our needs we have, but the value just isn't there when it comes to the... Okay. So we'll drop this and this. We'll go first. Trade is still rejected. The same story. So I don't think that's going to work. Maybe we can try Lucic. I don't know. You guys mentioned it. Was definitely willing to try, but I don't know if EA actually is like, oh, we have to dump some salary cap. We'll give up, a decent pick for it. I don't know if that works this way in this game or not. Honestly, I don't. We'll try it one more time with the 1st and a 2nd in return. I imagine it just doesn't work. That is my guessing here. But wow, the Blue Jackets. I don't know if I want to give up a Blue Jacket 2nd. They might have a good pick this year. The Islanders are Stars. The Stars are probably a team that wouldn't have a good pick this year, though. So we'll give up in 2nd in the Stars. That makes the trade worth a little bit less, though, as well. So they might not be interested in it. Let's take a look here. Trade accepted. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. So we swapped a 2nd for a 1st and Lucic, a guy who's under contract. What'd they say? 4 more years? But I think by year 4, that's when the things start to turn, I think. Anyway, the way I'm thinking is, this is year 1 out the door. Then you have year 2, 3, 4. That is 3 years for every 1st round draft pick. That's going to be all entry-level deals then. So we can afford to have the cap hit problem right now. As long as 3 years from now, it's open and the books are open so we can sign some of our younger guys. That's the main concern here. But here's what we're looking at. Is this our team? Bobby Ryan, hello, $8 million a year. Dang, we got some contracts over here. So I can't believe they let us make that trade. Bobby Ryan's got 3 years left. Whatever, we'll keep him. Gabrick, same story. Man, we have so many guys that are already pressing us for the cap. 2 years for Gabrick. And then there's Lucic, and there's Anisimov. Anisimov we just picked up. Anisimov's only a 36. Oh, duh. Hello, welcome. What is Lucic at a 77 for? What am I missing? Oh, we just signed for Lucic. I was about to say, what am I missing here? We have everybody else at a 36, right? Let's make sure. No, we have this guy who's not under contract, so I don't care. You're 19, Gruden, and you guys are gone. Why is there so many guys? You all 3 are gone. I want to make sure everybody that has over a 36 is gone, minus the guys that are not signed. I can care less about those guys. They can just stay unsigned. So there's those 3 guys. Again, I don't know if we can get a team that even wants these players. It does not look like it. Do any of this guy? The LA Kings have 42 out of 50. We'll see if we can send him that way. We'll just send him a 7th round pick. Again, just trying to get rid of them, make sure they are not on the team anymore. 7th round picks are kind of useless, so it's not a big deal. There you go. See you guys later. Nice talking to you guys. There we go. So everybody now should be down to a 36 overall as we needed. And again, we take a look. We're up to 7 first-round draft picks. Let's take a look at the salary cap real quick. I just seen it right there, but I know that's not as particularly accurate as the view contracts thing is. So we'll see here. We have team cap pick 64. So we have 13 million cap hits. Or cap space. So we definitely have room to pick up another player. I think we can try that one more time here. Try to find another player under bad contract and see if a team is willing again to dish out that first. I wouldn't mind doing it a couple of times, but you got to do what you got to do. And I don't know if we can move. It has to be Gabrick or something. I don't know if we should go down that route or not there. If we should just work with what we have. We'll work with what we have here. We'll see what's out there as far as teams that may be willing to go out and move some guys. Are going to go highest cap hit. Oh, they want to get rid of Koskinen. Oh, or not Koskinen, Nikkanen. Nice. I wouldn't mind Nikkanen. The other thing is, when do we start trading for younger guys as well? You know, like the 20, 19-year-old range where you might see an 82, 83 overall. Or again, you know, in 4 or 5 years, they'll be ready to be part of this team. We do have to keep that in mind as well, I think, here is we do have to try to put some other pieces around this team that ain't just all 80 or 8 or 65 overalls. You guys won't progress. Nobody wants to get rid of their top players, it looks like, right here as far as bad contracts. Somebody's got to have a bad contract laying around you. I know they do. None of these teams really were looking. Logan Couture, Mark Vlas. Oh, they're too high of overalls, though. They're 85 and 86, so they hold trade value. Even though San Jose wants to get rid of them. Got quite a bit of trade value there. Philly, Giroux, nobody, they ain't trading him. Panarin, Trouba, Lee's used on a trade block, not today. PK Subban, it's PK Subban 7 overall. Travis Zajac could work though. 5 million at 34, 80 overall. He's got no trade value. How long is that contract for Travis Zajac? It is only 2 more years, so that's ideal for us as well. Let's see if we can pick up Travis Zajac. The Devils have a really nice draft pick coming this year. I can't imagine they're going to trade that away. They're not, but maybe we can pick up Arizona's or Vancouver's. Arizona, Vancouver. Who would perform? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I think Markstrom's got a pretty solid overall this year, and those younger guys in Pettersson. I'd say Vancouver's got a better chance at simming up better. It'll be close, though. So we'll go there, and then we will say Senator. That's our draft pick. That's going to be pretty much a 32nd overall pick, so we'll leave that there. We'll go Islanders second. And they accepted the other one pretty quickly. So I don't know if we should add a little bit more here just to be safe. We'll go 2 forts, Devils, Bruins, and a first for that's actually, again, I don't want to, we got to be careful. I want to make sure we're not getting, or we're getting everything in return we can. We'll go second, third. We'll go second, third. That is way too much, obviously, but we're going to throw it on there anyway. Make sure they reject it. Trade rejected, totally unwilling to do it. We could live with what you're asking us anyway, but in this deal, your offer is woefully insufficient when I consider the value of what you're asking for. Right, so we'll drop the second. We'll go to third. Devils third. You're still away. Please consult our trade block as expected. I kind of figured that'd be the case. We'll throw on a 6th. We'll try a 6th with the first here. I think on a trade block, they're not willing to do it. I don't think they hold the same value. No, they don't. They don't hold the same value of Travis Zajac as the other team did. I think the big problem was the fact that the Devils, they have cap space galore. So do the Blue Jackets, though. But Dubinsky's a 79. Maybe the 79 will react better in this game. We already have a Blue Jackets first-round draft pick, don't we? I think we do. No, we don't. We have the Blue Jackets second. So the Blue Jackets have, had some trade value. That ain't going to work for the Blue Jackets. So we'll have to try a different team there. We will try. I liked, I'd like to discard that. Perfect. I like Detroit. Detroit was good too. The thing was, I don't think they don't have a reason. They have all that cap space right now, and they have good draft picks, so that's going to be tough. I think was it Edmonton? Edmonton might work. Edmonton's got Russell there, 32 years old, 4 million out of 79. That might help. 2 years left, so that's ideal as well. We will try Russell, and again, we'll try the first. And we'll see if Edmonton is willing to bite here. Probably not, but we'll take a look. Edmonton for the second. Trade rejected. Total and 1 to part ways with the you're asking for. Don't waste our time. Please consult our trade block needs. You're offering or feels what we have, but the value just wasn't where it needs to be. Okay, so you like that a little bit, but you don't want to move to first. I get it. I do. I understand. I question whether we could live with what you're asking to send away, but I consider that what you're asking for. I think we're getting closer, though. Are we getting closer? Totally unwilling. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. We'll go slightly better here. What is it worth? Can we throw on Again, I don't really, you guys didn't correct me, so I'm assuming that's the case where you really can't, it's very, very rare to find a player 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round that's got to have any trade value in this game. That'd be nice to see though, right? A little bit more depth when it comes to it in a future game. So we'll try a 4th and a 6th. Trade is still rejected there. But at least we know at the same time we need to pick up a 1st round draft pick if we can. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that with Russell here. And I don't know if we're going to be able to do a period. We caught one there. I think we was pretty fortunate to be able to go out there and pick up a 1st round draft pick before with that 2nd. So a 2nd, 4th, 5th, 4th for Russell. That's not going to happen. All right, I think we're good. I don't think we're going to do it. We can always do it in a future year if another team's willing to drop players. But from now, it's something we don't need to worry about. Scouting, let's take a look at our scouting real quick, make sure we have the best scouts out there possible, if there's any available that are better, because again, we're drafting, so it's going to be important. Everything is, we actually have some good scouts. I was looking at the region. Well, we need to get rid of Laxco, like it. Laxco and Baker both have some E's on the overalls. The NHL Pacific A- NLA, so it's nice to have guys that are good in their region, but I don't trust the E there. Region familiarity. But why is he an E? For region familiarity, he is A. Let's see, region evaluation abilities. This would be the reason. He's bad at the shooting deeks. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how good he is in a region when he can't scout. So we'll see if there's anything out there. We have 17 of 20 scouts anyway. C on the overall, C on the overall. That's better than what we got at the end of the day. C's better than the current evaluation. What are we looking for here? NHL, what was he? A Pacific Scout, if I'm mistaken? Pacific. We already have some Pacific Scouts. I think they go one of everywhere, right? Pacific Scout. Yeah, we need a Pacific Scout and an NLA Scout. What in the heck is NLA? I feel like I should know that, but I don't. NLA, National League. Okay, I got you. So we will look at the Pacific region, see if we can find somebody that excels there. NHL Pacific, C-, that's not the greatest. D-, B-. B- is good. Ronning's pretty good there. How's he look from an evaluation standpoint? Better. C, B. It's not A's by any means, but it's sure as heck better than a bunch of E's. So we might go Ronning. Ronning could work. We'll see if there's somebody else. D, B-. He's a little bit better in the physical department. Don't really care there. Athletics, B-, puck control, C. C on the shooting. That is really what we're only concerned about there. B-. On Martins. Martins are C's across the board. Now that's a nice report card right there. Mama be proud. B- there on Suhoin. Again, somebody that's good team strength and physical, but most of these guys seem pretty balanced from what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of C's out there. I just realized that. Wow. That must be common until these guys go on the free agent market later in the season. You just see, oh, it's an A in the Pacific right there. A in the Pacific and Udes, and he's, B in the senses. C- in the senses and the shooting, though. That is a concern. That's what we want to see good. He's good at the athletics for the goaltender, though, for whatever that's worth. Everything else is kind of, is he more of a goalie guy? Shooting, puck skills, senses, character. Scouting efficiency as C-. Got to keep an eye on that as well. Prospect discovery, B. He's got good discovery. I actually like this guy. I like Riley, but he's region AHL is where he wants to be, but I don't really care. I don't know how much that matters. I get it. He's good at the AHL, but he's really good at the NHL. NHL Pacific, and he's an A and an A+ in Central, so that's good scouting numbers there. Who was it? That was Udes. I think that's how we say his name. We'll see if there's anything else here, but I imagine Udes is the department we're going, or direction we're going. There's an E. E for excellent. We need that one. Is there not F's? Did I just notice that? Is there not F's? No way. A, B, C, D, E. They don't do F's. I guess it's not a report card, so it makes sense, right? I just realized that. Good for them. There's no F. So it was Udes. Where is Udes? Udes. I feel like I'm botching your name still, but you're going to be a great scout for us. I promise. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Bobrovsky, hello. Welcome to Ottawa. How do you feel about that? Probably great if you get the 10 mil. Where'd Udes go? How did we lose Udes? There he is. Udes looking great. He doesn't even want a lot. He's like, go ahead. Don't worry about it. Butcher, we only have 513 million. We do not have a lot of scouting range. We'll see if he takes the base deal there of 132, I guess. Hopefully. Doesn't cost a lot, I guess. And we're going to be able to drop some guys. So it was Udes. He covered the Pacific. Who in the heck are we paying so much that there's not that much scouting? I guess that's typical. I'm thinking of coaching. Coaching, once you fire a coach, you get all the room in the world. We'll go there, and then NLA. NLA was the other region we need to worry about, so we'll see if we can find that. I know we got some guys in the D- range as well, so I guess we can move those guys as well here real quick. We're actually going to go ahead and take care of that here real quick as well. Get rid of these D- guys and make sure we're offering contracts to 3 guys in those regions plus the Pacific. And I'll catch you guys right back here so you don't have to watch us go through this for the next 20 minutes. All right, taken care of. Question, I'm assuming that Type Pro, and because they're only scouting pro players and because Fog Wars off, these D- guys don't really matter. I'm assuming, again, we can change that. One season probably ain't going to kill us. We can change it if I'm wrong there, so please do let me know there. Coaching staff, head coach is AB, going to be the best coach currently out there, at least for now, so we'll leave that as is. Associate coach, same story. Head coach, for now, at least. Staff chemistry, 74. I wonder how they fit with the team, though. Probably not the greatest. Got a lot of lower overall, 61%. Not the greatest. Nonetheless, though, we'll be all right there. We want to take a look at the lines, and then we can probably, I think we got everything taken care of, right? Coaching staff done. Lines, yeah, lines that we have to worry about, and we can just jump right through this season here rather quickly. So Anisimov, Lucic, no, that's not going to be the case. We want to make sure Tkachuk is playing on that first line. We'll let him play with Lucic since he is a 77 overall, the one guy with a decent overall in this team, to try to help out, him try to develop a little bit there if he can. He's 20 years old. We kept him with the hopes that he can progress this season and improve a little bit. Was there anybody else that we kept on this team that was younger? I don't see them. If they are, Hainsey, you are not young. Yeah, that looks like it's just about it, though. We will leave Yaros on the first line. We'll put Power Luck with him just because, again, they're 23. Maybe they can progress a little bit. Probably won't, but, we have nothing to lose there by doing it. Everything else, not really concerned. We'll make sure Tkachuk is on the power play. Other than that, we are probably good there. You guys are great. You're in the AHL anyway. So special teams, power play. Yeah, Tkachuk's in the first line there. That's great. 4-man power play is not Tkachuk. We'll get Anisimov off there, put Tkachuk up there. Try to get him the time if we can, so that should help him there. Goaltending is Anderson and Nilsson. Anderson being 1,000 years old, we'll swap him with Nilsson again, just in case he progresses a little bit there. Not imagine it's going to happen now with AHL potential, but we might as well go with the younger guy there. Not that his overall can get any lower, It's like, oh, he's 36, he's 38 years old. Could just go a little bit lower. Not really, not going to happen. 36 is the cap here. So I believe we are good to go. The tank is on. Here we go in Ottawa. I'm expecting, what do you fellas think? 0-82? Lock down that first round draft pick? It's probably going to happen. Imagine, no. Imagine we finish this season off and this team doesn't win the lot. I have a feeling, I really do. I feel like when you tank this hard, unless you're the Maple Leafs, of course, you're gonna not end up with the first round draft pick and you're just gonna end up second or third. But it's all right. I mean, if that happens, we have draft capital. We have plenty of capital. I think it would be worth it to go second, move up from the second to the first to get locked front here. I think it's important. If that's just my opinion, at least. You pick up the first. We move that second, even, I wouldn't go a set. Maybe we can go a couple of thirds. I don't know if they'd go that route or not, just to move one spot. It could be expensive. Hopefully we don't have to go down that route, though. Right now, we're killing it. Playing some stellar hockey. Just gave up 18 goals to the Sharks, 14 to the Bruins. I don't know if we know what the back of the net looks like. If we do, it's because of Lucic. I forgot about that. When you all 36 overalls, they don't score goals. They just don't know what the back of the net looks like. Boosting teams' points this season. Well, it'll be interesting to see the points per game by other teams because they've all, depends who plays us the most, I guess. Dropping 15 goals a night, that's going to help the point total. We are at the trade deadline, 0-62. We're going to just one more try before the end of the season, see if we can get any team to budge. Look at that Ottawa Senators trade value. The Sharks, same story. They have Avalanche, Islanders, all looking like teams that can miss playoffs. That's big. That's big for this team. We'll go, hey, Columbus, how do you feel about getting your own draft pick back? I think you guys like that. I know you guys like getting fleeced by Ottawa. I'm a big fan of the Blue Jackets. I know how this works. Just give us your first round draft pick. Your first for Dubinsky and Columbus is second. They wouldn't take that before. They're still not willing to take that now. So it looks like they're not that worried about losing Dubinsky. Again, it's tough. You got to find the right teams that are willing to, that are completely worried about it. Columbus is not one of those teams. I question when you look at the trade block here, offers for their needs. The value just isn't where it needs to be. So we're still missing there, so it looks like we're gonna swing and miss, but we tried. Just wanted to give it a chance there to see if there is any team's budget. They didn't budge early, they ain't budging now, even with a lesser draft pick in Columbus. Actually, now that we think about that, is there a team out there that is better and would be willing to do that, though? That just needs to remove some cap desperately. Winnipeg, no. Washington, no. Vegas, maybe. Stastny still have an overall 83. Edler, no. Matthews, no. Kucherov, no. Stamkos, Riley, the Steen deal here, 36. He's got some trade value, though. He's not minimal trade value. I think we got to look for that as well. Here we go. You're not minimal enough at 2 million. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I had to take a look, but I don't think we're going to get it here. Mark Stahl, 78. Mark Stahl might work, actually. Where's Mark Stahl looking at tradeometer here? Tradeometer. I don't know if that's a thing, but it sounds kind of cool. He's second to last. Actually, the one worse is Smith there, but they ain't trying to move him. So we'll try Stahl real quick. And if that doesn't happen, actually, how's the Rangers looking stats-wise? 32-19. Panarin carrying the team in the game, too. We'll see what their draft pick's worth here. They have Carolinas and their own. We ain't going to try to steal Carolinas. It's already tough enough as it is to pick up a draft pick. We're just going to have to hope and pray that the second, this month of March isn't too hot for these guys. And then we'd be in good shape there. Man, I don't know if I want to give up a Columbus second. But it is an improvement. It's an improvement nonetheless. And I don't think the Rangers, it's gonna move us up 10, 11 spots in the draft just for taking Mark Stahl, regardless of what happens there. Even if they won a Stanley Cup, probably. We'll send it. Trade rejected. A question we're looking to say. We could live with what you're sending our way, but not in this deal. Your offer is woefully insufficient. Okay, so we're still not there. We'll try one more third. I'm not seeing them say we're or fourth. I'm not seeing them say we're even close. A question we're looking to give up. I don't think you have. It's saying the same thing here. We'll try. This will be it. We'll try the fifth. Probably not going to happen. We'll throw in 6 just because we're nice people. Nah, it's not okay. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. You guys can keep Mark Stahl. You keep Mark Stahl and try to sign them young fellas. You enjoy your life over there in New York. We didn't want your bad player anyway. We're trying to go 0-82. We don't need no help with that. Don't need any help with that at all. And this team is going to get there with or without Mark Stahl getting coned on the ice for us. Tampa Bay winning the Stanley Cup. Ottawa, an elite 0-82 season. The next stop is the draft lottery. Hold your breath here. Hold your breath here. Let's hope. Let's pray. This team can... I'm not even going to look at the standings. I want to be surprised. Hopefully we have another team that can potentially win a draft spot here. Surprise us, EA. Surprise us with a Blue Jackets first overall pick. I don't think we have a Blue Jackets first pick. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Here we go. Ottawa 1. Anaheim? Get out of here, Anaheim. They jumped 12 spots? Are you serious? Ottawa from San Jose. Went from 4th to 5th. San Jose even did bad for us. They even did bad. So we lost a spot with Buffalo. Man, no luck. The 12th spot. We had 11, 12. Well, we had 10, 11, 13, 14. 10, 11. No, that ain't even right either. We had 10, 11, 14, 15. So we had pretty much every team around there. Couldn't quite draw it. Anaheim did. We was that close to having another first. But instead, Ottawa is going to have 2 picks in the top 5. And that's it. That's tough to see. The fact that Calgary and Buffalo, Colorado and Minnesota, at least they didn't make playoffs, but they literally finished just outside of playoffs. Couldn't get us that top 10. Couldn't get us that top 10. Unfortunate, but we'll be all right. I want to take a look at the progress reports here real quick. If they're not going to let us right here. Yeah, they will. Progress reports. Perfect. If Tkachuk grew out all this season, he is currently a 74. That's Blue Cheech. Tkachuk did go to a 45, so he is progressing. And Klapik, is that how you say it? He's actually moved up to a 41 as well, which is only +5, and he's 23, so he's probably not going to go too much. But it's good to see Tkachuk up to that 45. He should still end up being a serviceable player on this team when he's around 25, 26. Even if he's only 81, 82, it's not that bad. That's at that point, that's going to be a bottom 6 guy, and Tkachuk, a bigger bodied guy, could really honestly help this team. I still think there. You get the normal growth, no statistical growth. As we know, there ain't going to be statistical growth because everybody on our team, actually, I don't know if they showed you guys or not, everybody on our team went pointless. There was no goals scored this season. Oh, Lucic actually ended with a goal. We didn't have a point leader before. It ended up being Lucic killing it. You better get a stat progression boost for that. Anisimov right behind him. Only a -434. I'd say that's pretty solid. That, yeah, not bad. I don't know. That's like a, second liner on Ottawa maybe? Anisimov, -427. Decent. Decent. This team's going to get better, though. We're going to rebuild these bad boys. We're going to go from a -427 to, I don't know, +427. Is that a stretch? A little bit. Draft class, though. I think we can view the draft class in the draft, right? We don't really have to look here, but we'll take a look, see what these guys are thinking. Current ranked 1 was previously 1. So what is the star? Star means I'm fantastic. I know. Unknown potential. How do we get guys that weren't scouting still out of this? Quinn Byfield. I would have thought we got most of these guys. We went through them. We got to do a better job of scouting, I guess. I thought we'd have a better knowing, considering we signed or scouted a few more guys. I guess not. Marco Rossi's going to be a solid player. Lindell's going to be solid. Perfetti sims up well as well, I think, if I ain't mistaken. So we can make some of these guys work. Byfield would be a good one, right? I don't know. He slips sometimes, though, too. We'll see. We have a slam dunk pick in Lafreniere in first overall there. And then we'll see where we're at after that. Well, we'll have the 5th overall pick, so that'll be a challenge as well here. Let's get into this draft. We'll finish this bad boy up here. No, I don't want to view the draft class. I just did that. We gotta do it again, no. We gonna do it again. Here we go. No, here we don't go. Is that not the draft? What day is that? Oh, it's retirement. Wrong color. My bad. My bad. Draft interviews. We could interview some players. How do you guys feel about interviews? Do them? Don't do them? I don't know how that's going to help us here. Today's the day to conduct pre-draft interviews with prospects to uncover more scouting information. Okay, fine. We'll go view draft class. That might help, but can we conduct an interview with guys we don't know anything about? Would that help us here? Let's select this guy. Let's talk to you. Interview player. I want to actually scout the player, but, you know, we're a little bit late on that. So I guess that's a learning lesson. We got to do that during the season. We can customly scout him that way to make sure they're scouted throughout the season. That is, you know, something to live and learn. We'll fix that in the future there. Interview player though, skills. Let's see. Yeah, I want to talk skills. Thank you so much for taking the time to interview me before the draft. I'm extremely nervous about the next few days. Me too, especially because we don't be scouted. Let's see. Let's chat here. Excellent. I'm more than happy to talk about my strengths and weaknesses. Perfect. Strengths, weaknesses. Is a player gonna tell you he sucks and not get drafted? Probably not. But let's talk about your strengths. It's got to be my skating. I think I'm faster than most, can accelerate quickly, and can turn on a dime. I like that. I like what I hear. I like fast guys. What are some weaknesses? I'm more of a skilled player, so my physicality is sometimes not there. I don't care. That's perfect. We can find you. If your physicality is not there, that's great. You're a skilled player. We can make room for this. I like this. One question left. Let's talk one more strength, buddy. One more strength. It's got to be my skate. You already told me that. You only have one strength? Oh. Guys, our time's up. See you later. Nice talking to you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great time. I'm glad to hear you have one strength and one weakness. So that's fantastic. Maybe we have to ask all 3 next time. I don't know. Did that show us anything? Not really, but it did help us with that department there. Byfield, Perfetti. I got a pretty good feeling about how those guys are going to do. Rossi being strange is not the greatest. Kind of upset that they didn't automatically scout all these guys. I thought that was the point of auto scouting. We'll have to manually do it, I guess. So manually do it. Every single season, I just figured auto scouting meant auto. It meant, hey, we'll scout all the good players. Nope, that was not the case there. So we'll just manually do that in the future there. The good thing is, I was going to say the good thing is we don't have a lot of picks, but we do have a lot of picks. So I don't know if we can possibly scout these guys with 1 day left. I imagine not, but we're going to have a good time and click the scout player list. And you guys are going to tell me that we just completely ruined this rebuild, and I'm going to be sad. I apologize. I do. Learning. Lesson learned for the day. Don't trust auto scouting. It's not true. It doesn't happen. Meanwhile, on the bright side, it's very hit or miss anyway. It doesn't mean their scouting is even proper when you look at it. Just because it's unknown or known doesn't mean it's a guarantee. So we'll try to overcome it. You know, 1 year just made the challenge, just made it a little bit more challenging. Not a big deal. We'll be all right. Lafreniere, welcome to the team. We're gonna go ahead and sim up to our next pick here. Sim up. Why can't I sim to? Oh, sim to pick 5. Gotcha. It says user pick there. Can we pause the draft? Is there not a thing as a pause? No, there's a timer. Sim options, pick, find trade, all time out. No, I just want to stop the draft. Can I not do that? Huh. When did that become a thing? Interesting. Maybe we shouldn't have did that then. So Kalinin, I don't care who's gone. We have 2 minutes to make a pick here. Gotta make sure we get it right. So 2 minutes we have. Oh, Holtz is out there still. Holtzy. That's gonna be a good one. Holtz does, man, right wing. I like Perfetti. I like Byfield. I know Emelin's not the greatest, especially not at 7th D there. We eventually need to get defense. And Wallen, no, Wallender's not a solid one either. We certainly need to pick up some defensemen that got some. The Drysdale could be somebody, I think, right? At least he is later here. We have to wait on him, though, I think. Play style, 2-way forward, 42 penalty minutes, 32 plus minus. We had a solid season down there. I think we're a little bit far. We might have to hope for, and it's going to be tough, but we're going to have to hope that a defenseman slides to us later in the draft here, just because I think we have a guy like Holtz out there. You can't turn him down. 9 goals, 7 assists. What happened there? 16. Oh, that's where he played. Gotcha. He played in the SHL, but still solid for a young player at 18. Pro release, offensive creativity, one-on-one skill, weaknesses, none. That is my type of guy right there. Panikarovsky, Magic Hands. Oh, we got a magician. That's just what we needed. You know, we can go over there, score a goal on the goalie because he's over there showing him a card trick during the game. Get him every time. Lucas Raymond, I think I'm a big Holtz guy. Byfield killed it though. I like Holtz. I don't think we can pass him up. He's a two-way forward as well. Big Holtz guy. Even though what concerns me is those numbers, but it's an SHL or statistic there, so it's all right. Who did go though? Who did go? Did we pick? No, we don't pick up soon. Who went before us? Leahy, Ponomarev, Kalinin, Holtz. Man, let's get some stats back here. I think they need to get some elite potential guys. Did we get the overall on Holtz? 77. Yeah, that's solid. Works for me. Lafreniere's an 88. So we got some guys. First line, these guys are going to sim up rather well here. So we'll go ahead and go to our next pick here. Sim to pick. Wait, we picked 7th? Did I miss that? Huh. I thought that showed our pick. What did I miss? How did I not see us have a 7th pick? I looked right past that apparently there. We even talked about it. We had top 2 picks. Okay then, 6. So we have the 7th. That is my mistake. We just sat there for a while. Lucas, I really want Byfield, baby. I want Byfield. I don't care that we don't scout him. I know he's a stud. 28 goals, 55 assists, plus minus of 1, but he did do that in the OHL. And you want to see, I do feel like you want to see a guy drop 100 points down there if you can. Lundell, Perfetti is a solid player as well. I guess maybe not in this game. They probably don't sim up the same way. Who am I kidding? This is EA. It's not the real life. So they sim up a little bit different there, obviously. Emelin, but he's a 70. We can't go on that direction. Smith, left wing playmaker. Goal scoring pro release. We do need some goal scorers, but he's not got the greatest scouting there. Byfield's 28 goals. Perfetti's 20. So Byfield could be that goal scorer as well. Everything's unknown about him. But I know he's going to be solid. I know he'll be solid. Marco Rossi, that's going to be an interesting one. I don't know how he seems in the game. 5'8", 26. He killed him, you know, down here, though, regardless. Make sure there ain't somebody else they're missing out on here. Did EA update this a little bit? This looks like a little bit of a different draft class than we did the all first-round draft pick, guys. Drysdale. I hope he makes it to us. I want to see Drysdale make it to us. For now, I think Perfetti's even good, though. Perfetti might be better, but he's not as big. I like the bigger body guys. They have some defensive prowess to him to an extent there. I know we ain't going to report on him again, and he's a -1, but how do you be a -1 in the AHL? Lucas Raymond's there as well. How much time we got left? A minute 26. I think we're going to go with... That's so tough. Why do you think there's a choice of both? We're going to go Byfield. He was previously ranked 7th, and he has gone down a little bit. I don't care. He's still up there. Byfield, treat us nice, buddy. Elite 74. That'll work. Next pick. Let's get these bad boys out of here. We pick 11th. That is... We're not that far down the draft, I guess, here. So we'll see if we can... Perfetti's still out there. Wow. I wanted Perfetti. They're going to give us Perfetti. That's just a slam dunk. We pick again soon. We'll take Perfetti. I think that's a solid pickup right there. And it is an elite at a 72. We got to pick back-to-back anyway, so we don't have to worry about that. We got to look at some defense. We definitely don't want to mess up this draft. Smith, Russian. Who scouted him? A+ on the competition. 4 goals, 8 assists. How do you only put up 12 points, though? Again, he's plays. I got to keep remembering this ain't real life. It's the lower overalls. He's a goal scorer, pro release. Shooting's an A-. The other stuff will come. I like that. I do. But do we go defense? When's our next pick? 1, 2. Okay, we pick 2 from now. So we can take that chance. And we do have to go defense, though. We do have to go defense. We have to understand where they're scouting us here. But we'll go one more here. One more pick at forward. Gale Smith, treat us nice. Top 6. I was concerned. 65. Why did we fall for that? That was a bad pick. We'll be all right. We'll skip to the next pick. We're going defense here. It took Strangers. Top 6 potential as well there. But we didn't miss much, though, Strangers. I like Rossi still. Wallender's just, he's a guy that I don't think ends up doing well. 1 goal, 4 assists, +2. I'm really on the Drysdale wagon. He's even got the elite there for us. Is it a reach? A little bit. But I would like the guarantee. To make sure we get that defenseman that we need. And they give him top 4, 66. That'll work for us. We're back-to-back picks here. Who am I kidding? So we have what? We need another defenseman. Wallander concerns me. I don't care about your all-star nomination. Player stats, that's all we got. Again, +2, 18 penalty minutes. Rossi's nice, though. Rossi be real nice. He dropped a little bit as well. Darren Bell. Why does that not ring a bell? I didn't even try to do that on purpose. +13, though. Man, he played good over there in Russia. He really did. 16 minutes a night. I like what I'm seeing out of him. Justin Barron, he played solid, but that was, WHL, two-way style. He's heavy slap shot. He's mobile. He's got some good balances, no weaknesses. Shooting's an A-, puck skill, senses, skating, physics. The senses are important here, I think, as well, especially being a guy. His defense is important. It's a C, so that's kind of not there. But he's got top 4 defense potential, according to our scouts there. Rochetti's got some potential as well. We're going to go... Make sure there ain't somebody clear down here in the list that we're missing out on here. Williams, Mercer, Nesterov, Legward, Lessing. Got some potential of elite there. That is Hadfield, Nybeck. Nobody potential or nobody specific sticking out there. So we should be good to continue on here and take. I'm going to say, do we go after Barron? When's our next pick? Pick there. We don't pick for a while. We don't pick the rest of the draft. We did pretty good. We did pretty good there, I'd say, when it came to trading our players away. The fact that we don't have any other first-round draft picks there, I'll take that every day of the week. So, man, I want Rossi then. The Rossinator. Rossi. He comes in good, too. He comes in good. Stutzel, solid. Wallander, I'm not there. Can we fall back on one more defenseman? That is the question of the day. Is can we squeak one of those guys in later in the draft? We could get Rochette later there at elite. Poirier could be, he's an offensive defenseman. I ain't even falling for that. Josh Williams, playmaker, 16 goals, 18 assists. He did good in the, he didn't really do good. WHL, I don't like those numbers at all for the WHL. Mercer, QMJ, he had a pretty good season. So there's some guys down here still from a forward perspective. The concern is getting this far and missing on in defense. Leeson, 1 goal, 2 assists, -3. I don't really, and he's an enforcer. That does not sound like a good time. That's at least the potential grab there. So you know what? We're going to go after... Oh, right. Timer. Perfect. I think we're going to go after Snyder. I don't think so. I don't think he gets there. How old is this guy? I thought it said he is 23. We're going to go after... We're going to take the best available. Forget about it. Marco Rossi, pick coming in. 1 second left. Top 6 forward potential. That'll work. We're going to go to our next pick. And this is definitely got to be a pick for the defense here. No questions asked. See what they left us here in the second round. Mercer, man, Williams, Leeson. Leeson was a guy I was interested in, actually. He slid. 1 goal, 2 assists. That -3 concerns me, but it was in Russia. He did play, and he did well. How did you do? 4 goals, 14 assists, 21 minutes in USA Central. That's pretty solid numbers there. Galvez in Extra Liga, 9-10. That's some decent numbers, too. That's a decent league, right? 9 goals, 10 assists, +15. I like what I'm seeing there. As much as that's a... Oh, he's a forward. Dang it, I thought I was looking at defense. Go to defense. My bad. Got all excited for nothing. Imagine picking that guy. 7th, no. Shishkinov, no points. Solid. -3. I'd like to see a little bit better than that out of you there, pal. Kubasek, +6. He was in the WHL. 18 points. Ain't terrible. I do like the defense. How do you feel? See on the stats, though, so that's not there. And the enforcer style, that is the other concern. It does say he's an enforcer. That's something I don't want to mess with. So maybe we take a chance here. Take a chance on a central guy. We could take a chance and trust the scouts here and go with the elite. But I do think we go down the road. 4 for 14. USA Central -3. Decent numbers there. Let's take a chance here. We're going to take a chance on Jonas. He moved up into scouting. Let's see what we got here. Jonas, top 6. We'll take it. We'll take the top 6. We got pick number 37. We're here in the second round. I don't imagine there's just as much. We'll just go with what they want to see us take. I think Leeson could be an option. We'll see if there's anybody else out there with decent potential, to be honest, though. Make sure we're not passing anything up. So we got Petretti, whatever. How do you say that guy's name? CS rank is 82. He's going to slide. Leeson's up there to potential. I just don't like the enforcer. 37 on Pidlick. Did like 58 penalty minutes -2 in the OHL. I'd like to see better numbers than that, though, and it's just not there. 34 points and 59 games played. Jing Time looks like a good one, though. USA East, 41 points, -1, and he's scouted well. He's got some good scouting on him, offensive instincts, offensive creativity, playmaking ability. So he's very good offensively. I don't really care about the defense. Again, we can find guys to, when it goes, he plays forward, that's a concern. But, I mean, plays center, I should say. But we can always put him on the wing if we have to. Let's see what we have here. We have Elite. There we go, baby. 66 in Shing time. Needed that one. Let's keep on going here. We have pick 48. We'll try to get these bad boys out of the way. Again, I would like to find as many elite guys as possible, but you got to do what you got to do. Top 6 forward there. And not completely scouted is Patini guy, which you can always find some studs down there and later rounds with the defenseman. So we'll see if that comes to fruition there. There is Vorobiev. Vorobiev is our CS rank 68. Previous rank was 72. 2 goals, 1 assist on Russia. I don't like that. I know it's Russia, but come on, you got to do better than that. Top 6 potential there. 2-way defenseman. Pretty good on 2-way defenseman and Bennett Dillon. Way down there in the list. Top 6 in Nybeck. Do you go after a guy who's only got that top 6 forward potential, though? At least he has top 6 forward potential. That's kind of the way I'm thinking of it this late in the draft. When do you start considering taking chances on guys? He's 53rd and Tynan. That's a goalie. We do need to think about a goalie, don't we? How did he do? 907, 927. I don't know what that means for a goaltender. I honestly do not. That's all he played. 36 wins, 18 losses. He did play some winning hockey there. Let's take a look at the goaltenders, actually. We do have to have one of those in the future, and they do take the longest progress, so we better make sure we pick one up. Goalie there. 910 out of Summers. Even better. 31 wins versus the 36. Playstyle hybrid, scout rank 96. He's down there a little bit farther. Is that it? I was going to say, I thought we had more than that. Backup French starter. They're saying Tynan is elite for what we have. Do we take that chance? Take that chance on Tynan? I'm a risk taker. Let's go, Tynan. Yeah, starter. We'll take it. That'll work. Not elite, but he should get to a point where he can play for us. Sim, the next pick is in round 4. Well, we didn't pick forever again. Okay. See what we got left here. Anybody want to leave us a steal or 7? Just one little steal. Sealy's still out there. Offensive defenseman. Way down here in the rankings, but he does have the elite scouting. Elite there on Dillon. Again, we can fall for Hale, who's top 4 power forward. 3 goals, 6 assists in the USA West. I'd like to see better numbers than that if we could. Top 4 defenseman there. Top 9 forward there. We might take that chance. Again, a guy that is recommended by our scouts, but how much do we trust our scouts? A lot, because we're taking him. Scout recommended, what do you think? 7th defenseman. Last time we take your recommendation. We ain't falling for that one again. We're going on our own recommendations next time. Final pick of the draft. Is that where we're at? No, round 6, pick 31. So we'll make this pick. Again, there ain't much left here this late in the draft. We can hope to find a steal if we could. Maybe. Probably won't. Be nice if we could. Koloslov. Koloslov, how did you do? 6 games. He didn't even play. Sounds promising. Russia. Oh, it's the North. I got you. Grinder, 2-way forward, 10 penalty minutes. Not into that. Top 6 forward and Hale. Hale continues to be out there with some character, work ethic, complete level. No, that is actually not what we're looking for. Character, work ethic, and compete level. But his strengths are being a good teammate. His weaknesses are playing on the ice, literally. 2 goals, 4 assists, a plus 18. That's pretty solid numbers there out of the OHL for Murray. Heavy slap shot, hard wrister. He's a D on the defense though. There's a guy, I ain't falling for your guys' scout recommendations no more. We seen it happen last time there. Murray might be an exception though, because he has proven that he can play good there. Puck skills, foot speed, mobility ain't the worst, but his weaknesses ain't exactly defense as much as hard wrist shot, quickness, heavy slap shot. He's more of an offensive guy. We'll see what he can offer for us. It says he's 2-way. Maybe he develops a little bit. Murray, what you thinking? Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. My type of pick right there. Go to our pick here. See what he was. This is only a 5th round pick. Doesn't really matter if he's not good. 7th defenseman. Not a big deal. When's our next pick? Send the next pick. 159, which is right here. We're just gonna grab somebody here real quick. I don't imagine you're picking up studs this late in the draft. It'd be kind of sick if you could. Koloslov is still out there at 5'11". That isn't even, the size just isn't there either. Grinder, 2-way defenseman. Dylan, we're taking your chance on you, pal. Just because our team likes you a little bit. Top 4 defenseman. Nice. 56 overall. Not so nice. Hopefully Sindori progresses properly there. How many picks do we have left? We were picking forever. I didn't realize we had this many late picks. Leaving. Nice. Guys that are still out there that have no... Let's see what's out there as far as the best ranked player. They're leaving Wilson out there for a reason, I'd have to imagine, right? 11 goals, 13 assists. Yeah, it's not the greatest at the QMJ. The OHL, 14 goals. Yeah, same story there. 4-2. I'd rather see guys that actually put up points. But again, you always got to keep in mind that they are going to have lower overalls. based on. See what EA's thinking. Let's see what our scouts are thinking. We got a couple elite guys left. Do we trust the scouts in a guy that has played very little in Koloslav? I think we do, because we're this late in the draft and we have nothing to lose. If you're going to take a chance on guys, now's the time. 7th defenseman. Not going to happen. Send the next pick, 188. Just the final round. Hopefully it's our final pick. We traded away a couple 7. How do we? Oh no, we got 7s back. That's right. So we're definitely not going to worry about anything we get in this round, just because we just traded those 7s away to get those 36s off the team. So we'll just get these guys out. Top 6 forward. How did that happen? Good for us. Good for us. Final pick here. Hopefully the final pick. Fringe starter, goaltender. We're taking a goalie. We're going to get that 7th round goalie, baby, right here. Let's see. 9-7. Oh, look at those numbers. 9-7. I don't care where you played. Consider me sold. Still fringe starter, though. Entire draft. Perfect. All right. We got that taken care of. Draft complete. Got some solid players here. We drafted an entire team. Just about 10, 12, 14, 16 players. Just about there. Too short. All these guys would be, who knows where we put them. We're going to have to put some in the AHL. Of course, we want them all to progress. They're going to have some bad players on this team still, unfortunately. Maybe this is where we go pick up some solid core, veterans to put that bottom 6 to help these guys out so they ain't getting plastered every game. You guys have to let us know. That's going to wrap up this episode, though, guys. If you enjoyed, a big thumbs up, subscribe, appreciate, and required. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.